Hey y'all, it's Sam the Midwest Handyman, hashtag no makeup, no filter. Today we're going to go over some tape measure basics. Measuring basics. I was going to do it in a big video, but I thought, no, let's get this in its own. So, DIY projects, everything. You can use anything to measure, right? It can be a cloth one. So it's okay if you don't have a tape measure. But let's go over the basics. So also one note on a tape measure, and I'll show you in the big lighted video where we're going to install these awesome step lights inside a cage that I put plants in. We won't want to use this tape measure because we won't have anything to grab onto. And so I do want to point out that the tape measure isn't always the proper tool, but it has this play in it. It's meant to have the play in it. Your tape measure is not broken. The reason why is because, I know you guys love palette projects. You would grab onto it and pull, and so that's why it has that play in it. So it's proper. They all have their own play, I believe. Anywho, I digress. Just wanted you to know that. So it's not always the proper tool. Huge fan of these rubber ones right now. And everything's on clearance. There may still be some school supplies. You could probably pick these bad boys up for $1. Of course, ever favorite, the really old ones too. And so they have like everything on them. Millimeters, centimeters, decimeters. Anyways, moving on. So I took the time to draw you guys out this chart. So part out. So let's get back to the basics. I'm going to cover these numbers up because I feel like they're a little overwhelming. I did take the time to make you guys this beautiful and technical chart today. So black is going to be 1/4 inches. Blue is going to be 8ths. I spelled that wrong. Absolutely hilarious. 16ths. So don't be intimidated because some guy that's been a 30-year carpenter just whips that out and looks at it, and he knows, he has all of these memorized. Don't be intimidated by that, you guys. I count it out, okay? I'm not embarrassed to count it out. So I'm going to do this so you can see the small one as well. Fourths, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1/4, 2, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1, right? Okay, 8ths. 8ths are going to be these guys. 1, and you do want to still count. You want to count the 4th into your 8th. So you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 8ths broken down. What's that? 1/2. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Same thing with the 16ths. Now, if you're laughing at this video, I'm going to tell you, the lady checking me out at the Salvation Army the other day, who also is super into gardening and DIY, was saying that, yes, a lot of people, grown adults, do not know how to read a tape measure. It's been a really long time since we learned that, guys. And guess what? When did they teach it to us? When we were all going through puberty. And so did any of us really take any of that in? Probably not. 16ths, that's these little guys. So 1, again, you're going to count the 8th. 2, 3, 4. You're going to count the 4th. 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 8/16 fraction broken down? 1/2. Okay? So I know that was really basic. And again, so here was the bigger one for you is 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 5/16. and so on. So I just want to remind you that the biggest tip I can give you is that make sure you're counting the other ones. So with eights, 1, you're going to count the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now you have an inch. Got it? Live it, learn it. I hope that helped one person. Again, if you're measuring something, it's okay. Like, say I'm going, oh, here, perfect example. Excuse me. Okay, so this is this really awesome step light that we're going to repurpose into lights for our plant cages. So I made these little ticks. That's how my dad taught me to do it. I am not good at that. I do just the little marks. So when we refer to the term on center, what we mean is the center. This is on center, these 2 points. You don't want to measure, if I wanted to hang this, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't want to, I hate starting at I always start at the 1. I wouldn't want to move it over, measure from here to out there. My nails would not fit in. So you want to measure from here to here when we're going to lay those screws. So what do we got? 1 inch and 2 2/16. What's 2/16 broken down in a fraction? An eighth. So don't feel bad if you have to count, okay? No one cares if you're counting. We care if you're on center, right? The end game is the most important and not how we got there. That's your mini lesson. Sorry, I'm not a mathematician or, 40-year carpenter, but that's the best I can do. And layman's terms is where it's at. So let me know if you need anything. If any experts have any, look at my nails, any better tips for us in the comments. I'd even take a better link. That's not going to offend me. Thanks, guys. Happy measuring. Happy DIY.